Welcome to Kgololo Academy. I'd like to start off by having our scholars introduce themselves. Please share your name and your current grade.
Hello, my name is Kgololo and I'm in 8th grade at Kgololo Academy.
Hello, my name is Kgololo and I'm in 8th grade in Kgololo Academy.
Hello, my name is Kgololo and I'm an 8th grade student in Kgololo Academy.
Hello, my name is Telma and I'm in 8th grade student in Kgololo Academy.
Hello, my name is Fonte and I'm in 8th grade at Kgololo Academy.
Thank you guys so much. Next, we want to just share a little bit of information about what life is like at Kgololo Academy and what life is like in South Africa. So can someone please share the subjects that you all currently take at school?
The subjects that we currently take at school include economics and management sciences, technology, social science, natural science, art, physical education, life orientation, and mathematics.
Okay, and we also take isiZulu.
And isiZulu.
Okay. What are your favorite subjects to take at school?
Well, my favorite subjects to take at school are technology, life orientation, and PE because I like how free things are and I like working with things that can be touchable, like tangible, and things that you can express with and discover more about beyond.
Thank you. What about you, Kgololo? What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject would be natural science, social science, and also physical education because in social science and natural science, we're mostly learning about life, and in physical education, we are trying to maintain our healthy diet and make sure that everything about us is in order.
Thank you. And what about you, Honte? What's your favorite subject to take at school?
My favorite subjects to take at school are EMS and mathematics, being that my future career would require my knowledge in mathematics and EMS.
Okay, what career are you thinking about for the future?
I want to work with finance mostly. I want to own my own bank in the future.
Wow, that's awesome. Maybe you can give us a loan or a grant once you open your own bank. Next, can you all talk a little bit about what a day in the life at Kgololo Academy looks like? You already talked about the subjects that you take, but how does your day begin? Katiwe, can you start us off? What happens first? When you walk into your classroom, what happens?
What happens first is we have our
Have your breakfast?
breakfast.
Okay. Kgololo, can you take it? What happens first when you get into your classroom?
What happens first is that we first have our teacher who's at the door in order to greet us. Then when we get in class, we quickly transition to our circle spots in order for us to have our morning indaba. After our morning indaba, it's our breakfast. Then after breakfast, it's our math.
Okay, let's go back to morning indaba. Katiwe, can you tell us what is morning indaba? What happens during morning indaba?
Morning indaba is when you get to greet the people in class, and we also have a share that we all share.
Mm-hmm. And then after you do the share, what happens?
And we also have activities that we play in the morning.
How does it make you feel? How does the morning indaba make you feel?
It makes me feel happy because I know that my day is going to start on a great note.
Awesome. So then you all were saying that you have math. Kaho, what are some of the subjects that happen after math? Or some of the things that you do at school after math? I know you all have tea break.
Yeah,
What happens during your tea break?
After tea break.
What happens during your tea break?
During tea break, we engage in conversations with our friends or move around to sit next to our friends, talk about maybe issues that we don't like about each other or maybe talk to each other about sensitive stuff or get to know each other in a way.
Okay. And so then after tea break, what happens next?
It's either we do our routines or read our books independently and silent at a level 0 voice.
Okay. And Kaho, what book are you currently reading?
I'm reading a book called The Babysitter's Club, and it teaches you how to like manage kids in a way, but also have time for yourself and for your friends and time for what you love, like art in a way and other things.
Okay. Tim, what about you? What book are you currently reading in class for independent reading time?
The book I'm currently reading in class for independent reading is Before We Say Goodbye by Louis Kendlish.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about that book.
The book is about a girl whose mother left her at a young age without a trace, and then after that her mother eventually all of a sudden came back after 2 years, and then after that it also talks about her life as an adult, where her mother ended up dying when she was an adult. So then after that before her mother left, on her mother's will, she gave her the address of her first crush, and then after that she went to the address, and she already has a husband and 2 sons. So now she's starting to like the other guy.
Okay. Sounds very interesting. I'm going to speak to you about what happens next. Next, let's talk a little bit about the favorite foods that we have in South Africa. In South Africa, we have a lot of the same foods that we have in the U.S., but we also have some special dishes that I haven't really seen in the U.S. Katiwe, what's one of your favorite South African dishes that you enjoy eating?
The meals that I like eating is kota.
What does a kota have on it?
The kota sometimes has cheese, polony, Russians, chips, and some have lettuce and tomatoes.
Okay. And a kota, is it a quarter loaf of what? It's a loaf of bread. Is it like a quarter of a loaf of bread? Is that why it's called a kota? It's part of the kota is a loaf of bread, half of a loaf of bread or a quarter of a loaf?
Yes, but not the Albany bread that.
So the fresh bread that you buy and you have to cut it yourself? Okay. Cornelia, what about you? What's your favorite South African inspired dish or South African dish?
I would say my favorite would be pap and food.
Oh, nice. Tell us a little bit about what pup is. If you had to describe it to someone who has never seen it, how would you describe it?
I would describe it by saying that it's sort of, can I describe when they cook it?
Yeah.
So I would say in order to cook pap, you first have to make sure that you have your water boiling. And after your water is boiled, you can start using a whisker in order to make you're going to use maize meal in order to make your pap. Then once you are done whisking in order for it to be porridge, you're going to wait for it until it's fermented or it's already boiled. Then after it's boiled, you're going to add some of the maize meal and then make it into pap, which is once it's done, you're going to use a bowl in order to have
like a round shape.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you eat pup with a spoon, with a fork, with your hand?
It's up to you, but I enjoy eating with my hand.
Yeah, a lot of people do. And then what is mohodu? Are you able to describe it? Okay, so mohodu is intestines. So it's something that's really delicious and people cook it up very nicely in South Africa. What about you, Kaho? What's one of your favorite South African dishes to eat?
I also like pap and mohodu, but I also love masonja and pap, which is how she explained how pap is cooked. Like, same applies with masonja. Masonja is like worms that are found in like kinds of trees. They have to be specific trees that you find masonjas, and they're really crunchy. But yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that they also make a good snack. So you can cook with them and then you can just eat them like potato chips.
Yeah, and some actually take them like as a snack.
Nice. What about you, Hanse? What's one of your favorite meals to eat?
One of my favorite meals to eat is eating rice and with South African inspired salads like chakalaka and the potato salad.
Nice. Okay. So next, let's talk a little bit about what you all want to study in college. Hunter, you already shared. And you all might change your mind because you're still young. But Katiwe, if you were going to college next month, what would you want to study?
I would want to study being a pilot and learning more about like how they travel and how the plane goes down when it's going to land.
Okay, so you'd be interested in studying aviation. What about you, Cornele?
For now, I haven't decided, but I want to be in the medical field. So the number one that I would go with would be a midwife, because I like to help people. I like to see people changing based on what they think, and I also like to bring life to the world.
Nice. What about you, Kaho?
I would like to be a pediatrician.
Okay.
Deal with babies. Find out what actually happens with babies. Check how they are, like diseases that come with babies, how babies are, how some are formed, and how some may actually help in a way of new discoveries.
Awesome. Thank you. What about you, Temba? What do you want to do when you're older? What do you want to study in college?
What I want to study in college is journalism. Is journalism because I'm interested in, and because I like traveling, and also I like writing.
Okay. And then Hunter, you already told us you're interested in finance because you want to be a banker. Next, I'm going to just ask you a few other questions. Then it's going to be time for us to wrap it up. Katiwe, how many languages can you speak?
So I can speak Pedi, Tswana, Sotho. I can also speak Zulu and Swati, kind of Swati,
Wow.
and Tsonga.
Oh my goodness. So Katiwe, can you say hello in a few of those languages? Maybe in Songa and Spedi? Can you greet us?
Dumelang, Thobelang.
Okay, thank you. Cornelia, what about you? What languages can you speak?
I can speak Zulu, Swati, Sotho, and also Asians.
Okay. And can you greet us in Swati?
It's Sanbonan.
Okay. Same as Zulu. Okay. What about you, Kaho? What languages do you speak?
I can speak Afrikaans, English, Tswana, Spedi, and Tsonga, and Venda.
Okay. Can you greet us in Venda?
Dimachuroni, Goeiemorgen, Dumelang, Thobelang.
Thank you. And then Temba, can you greet us in, can you say hello? My name is Temba in Zulu. Thank you. And what about you, Honse? What languages do you speak?
I do not speak many languages, but I can speak Tswana and isiZulu.
Okay. So can you please say hello? My name is Honse in Tswana.
Dumelang, ibitso la ka ke Kgonze.
Thank you. All right. So we would like to just, again, thank you for sharing information with our friends in the U.S. And hopefully we'll get a chance to do more exchanges with our friends in the U.S. So you all can say, if you all could say bye in different languages, that'd be great. Maybe you can say bye in Zulu. Hambagasle. Can you say goodbye in Swati? Okay. Can you say goodbye in one of the languages that you know?
Salam khantle.
What language is that?
Tswana.
Oh, Temba, can you say goodbye in one of the languages that you know?
It's the same as Kitty.
Okay, can you say it again?
Hambarash.
Okay, Honse, can you say it in one of the languages that you know?
This is Salam Khantle.
All right. Thank you, guys.